Good morning and welcome to Monday Matins for October 4th. Today we're going to talk about telling people you love them. You may wonder how I select the topics for these meditations. Sometimes I try to tie them into things that are happening, such as our smoke-filled skies. Always I try to select topics which I think will be meaningful. And quite frequently I go through our books just to see what jumps out at me, letting the spirit move, so to speak. The other day, I grabbed a book we've had sitting on our shelf for nearly 20 years, but I'd never actually looked at it. As I pulled it down, I thought, it won't have much to say to us in 2020. It's called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. Some simple ways to keep the little things from taking over your life. Now, I imagine that just hearing that helps you understand why it doesn't seem a helpful book for a year in which we've suffered such grievous loss and pain and confusion and turmoil. Yet, as I looked through it, I had to admit that I was quite wrong. And this little book by Richard Carlson has some gems that are helpful, even in this dystopian era that has us all on edge, just awaiting the next catastrophe. So let's step back from the edge and do what we can to ease our own hearts and minds, as well as the hearts and minds of others. This is Dr. Carlson's point number 38. Tell 3 people today how much you love them. Author Stephen Levine asks the question, if you had an hour to live and could only make one phone call, who would you call? What would you say? And why are you waiting? What a powerful message. Who knows what we are waiting for? Perhaps we want to believe we will live forever, or that someday we will get around to telling the people we love them how much we love them. Whatever the reasons, most of us simply wait too long. As fate would have it, I'm writing this strategy on my grandmother's birthday. Later today, my father and I are driving out to visit her gravesite. She died about 2 years ago. Before she passed away, it became obvious how important it was to her to let her family know how much she loved us all. It was a good reminder that there is no good reason to wait. Now is the time to let people know how much you care. Ideally, you can tell someone in person or over the phone. I wonder how many people have been on the receiving end of such a phone call where the caller says, I just called to tell you how much I love you. You may be surprised that almost nothing in the world means so much to a person. How would you like to receive the same message? If you're too shy to make such a phone call, write a heartfelt letter instead. Either way, you may find that as you get used to it, letting people know how much you love them will become a regular part of your life. It probably won't shock you to know that if it does, you'll probably begin receiving more love as a result. When I read this, it occurred to me that anyone with more than one child would have a difficult time choosing and would have to make multiple phone calls if only given one more hour to live. But Dr. Carlson's point is well taken. As we come to a close this morning, take a moment to think of those people who fill your heart with love. They may melt you with a smile or a laugh. They may make your day better just by existing, by being a presence. Maybe they melt you just because you look at their picture hanging there on the wall. As you breathe in, let Spirit's gift of love and gratitude flood every ounce of your being. It is essential that we acknowledge and celebrate the love that has blessed our lives, the love that has come in so many varied ways, grandparents and aunts and uncles and parents, best friends and siblings and cousins, the different kinds of love we've experienced, from friendships to the relationships we have with significant others to our grandchildren. As you breathe in and out and in again, remember those feelings of love and recognize how you have been formed by them. Remember the feelings of those loved ones' arms wrapped around your neck, maybe the arms of your own children. And as you exhale, may your breath be as the exhaust expelled from a car as it takes off from a stoplight. You are ready to go, ready to jump forward and share the love that has filled you, because there are people in your life who need to hear those words from you, or at least need to know you appreciate them. Ready? Go! And have a week filled with love always. Bye.